Welcome to a special international edition of the Real Estate Minute. I'm your host, Ivan Estrada, with Ivan Estrada Properties at Douglas Elliman, and I just got back from Europe. I can't wait to tell you about my trip. I went to Amsterdam, Rome, and Barcelona, and we're gonna be talking about the real estate, the architecture, the people, the food, and tons more. So the Real Estate Minute is gonna work like this. There are 3 segments, 1 minute each, 3 minutes total. With the Real Estate Minute, begin. Amsterdam, which is located on the northern portion of the Netherlands, is home to beautiful 18th century Dutch architecture. Now, if you want to buy a house by the canals, it's going to cost you about $1,000 a square foot, so on average about $3 million, or you could buy a houseboat for about $500,000 to about $1 million. Now, something that I really loved about Amsterdam were the people. They are the nicest, sweetest people. About 10% of the population of the Netherlands is from outside of Europe, which makes it the second most crowded city in all of Europe. Something that I noticed right away was that there weren't many cars. There's bicycles. That's their #1 way of transportation. So if you want to get around, you've got to get a bike. And something that I learned, which I thought was really interesting, was that they find 25,000 bicycles in the canals every single year. How do they get there? Well, I'll leave that to your imagination. The real estate and architecture in Rome are insane. I stayed by the Spanish Steps, and real estate there is about $1,400 a foot to about $500 a foot on the outskirts. And when you're in Rome, you have to see the architecture, the Pantheon, the Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain, and of course, the Vatican. The Vatican is actually the smallest country in the world with a population of 800 people. And you can actually bring your passport and get it stamped at the Vatican if you bring it, so make sure that you do. The food in Rome is incredible. The calzone, the pasta, the pizza, it's amazing. Anywhere you go, the food is just delicious. And you have to try the gelato. That's a must-have when in Rome. The last leg of my trip was Barcelona. I stayed in the Gothic area, which was built in the 1800s, and it's the oldest part of Barcelona. And if you want to buy a condo there for a 1-bedroom, it's about $500,000. Now, the 2 must-sees in the city are the church, La Sagrada Familia, which is beautiful. It was started in construction back in 1882, and it's still not completed yet. This is a must-see. The architecture is incredible, inside and out. And also the W Hotel. The W Hotel in Barcelona has to be my favorite hotel in the entire world. Now, the food in Barcelona is amazing. The paella, the seafood, the desserts, it's all so delicious. Now, something to keep in mind is that the Spanish don't usually eat dinner till after 8 p.m. So restaurants are closed between 4 and 8 p.m. This is something to keep in mind on your next trip to Barcelona. Thank you so much for watching this special international edition of the Real Estate Minute. I hope you got a couple tidbits for your next European trip. I will see you next month where we'll be talking about home robots. I'm Ivan Estrada with Ivan Estrada Properties at Douglas Elliman. Now don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Ivan Estrada Properties. I'll see you next time.